Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to week 3 of the Gao Form League. Now, we have some fantastic matches on for you tonight, and before I get into that, of course, we are starting the first map, so sorry about the stream delay, the start time delay once again, but good evening, Shawnee Poons.
Good evening, Toby. How are you, sir?
I am very good, and I'm actually looking forward to tonight, like, big time. Big time looking forward to tonight.
And yeah, I agree because we're kicking off with a pretty awesome match, right? Isn't that right, Toby?
exceL versus eXes, as we were mentioning earlier, Shawnee, two eXes. Who is going to be the winner between the two? I wonder. Looks like the match is underway. There's no delay now, folks. exceL are going to be starting on Locust. They're going to have the fast side. As we're on board with T-Precision now, as he's lurking on the front door.
Absolutely. First down there, as you can see, it is Physics picking up on Aspire. Vicious gets a boomshot kill with Breaker getting a frag grenade kill as well. Currently a 4v2 in favor of exceL, and eXes have it all to do now. Aspire is down, but it should be okay, and it's all up to B and D2, and just like that, Toby, exceL off and running, and they are going to look to try and finish this round.
They're making use of their fast side especially. Baghdad is holding the helipad now. Let's try and find out where the other member of eXes is. That's D2. He's going to be hanging on the helipad now. So it's all a matter of time, I feel, for exceL to conquer this helipad, I feel. You can already see Breaker moving around that nades area, looking for a better angle on the helipad. And you can already see the boom shots going in right now.
Yeah, there we go. Boom shot. This, and then, of course, Breaker there to mop up the down on D2 and get the down on B. And just like that, a flawless round for exceL, Toby. They're off for the bat. I mean, obviously we were going to try and hopefully start the stream early so we could talk about these teams, but of course we had to get them in, and there was no time to wait because they were ready to go. So obviously we have a bit of time in between these matches to talk a little bit more about them. But exceL off to a great start. They did the first round. Now, of course, they're on the slower side on Fuel Depot, and we're going to see how they approach against eXes here as we kick off on round 2.
They came away, Shawnee, with no deaths that first round on their fast side. Now, the question to me is whether they can keep this momentum up into the slow side. They've got the frags, they've got the sniper in hand. Boomshot has now been collected by eXes, so the play is not going to come in there. But from seeing exceL's previous performances on this map, me casting over some scrims of theirs, they have been amazing on their slow side. Definitely a team to watch out for, and I really want to see how they play against this veteran eXes squad.
And there we go, first blood. I believe it was Vicious with the launch shot there on Physics, and unfortunately down and out for him. B does still have that boom shot, but advantage in player numbers now in favor of exceL. eXes, of course, having only 3 members alive. And at the moment, I mean, as you mentioned, Toby, slow side, exceL seem to play very well. They're in their advantage here, and let's see how they go about the rest of this round.
Boomshot is in the hands of Baghdad, aka XSB. He's just going to be holding down this wall now. Perhaps waiting for an opportunity to make a play. There's nothing coming around from exceL. They're just held up on that middle box. You can see Aspire. Vicious has rotated the sniper to the front door. That's going to give him an angle and position himself for the next beam shot. But you can actually see him moving up on the flank now on the hammer. So they're about to be boxed in, eXes.
Yeah, this is looking very vicious, and Baghdad knows this, and he begins to push up with his teammate up on the helipad. He is getting lanced big time now, and he is almost down. He has to, of course, wait for his health to rejuvenate a little bit, and is going to have to try and wait and see what they can do. The numbers game in favor, of course, of exceL. A beautiful shot from Vicious from boom shot to helipad to take out Baghdad. Boom shot dropped. 4v2. What a big kill that was.
And it looks like he's already just picked up another. As exceL clean up the round. We didn't see Vicious, unfortunately, when he got that headshot. I was busy scrolling around trying to find out the erratic situation. But, you know, Shawnee, I didn't know about Vicious's sniping skills until very recently.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
Honestly, I never knew Vicious was a good sniper because, of course, it used to be exceL Brutalize who picked up the snipe for this exceL team, and we've seen Brutalize do some amazing stuff on these GFL streams. So the fact that they've got another sniper on board their team now as well to fill that role is really good, and he's performing. As we get off straight away into this third round, it seems, you already see eXes pushing through the middle. Precision is going to fall to D2, and Vicious is going to get taken out by Baghdad as they get the boom shot.
A nice retaliation from eXes here. This is what they needed to do, and that is a very good comeback. And I did worry that exceL were going to start to go on a little bit of a momentum train there, Toby, and look to try and clean out the first game very quickly, but eXes responding in kind very well there by them. We get ready to go into round 4, of course. eXes on the faster side. They did not make it happen due to the way exceL played the slow round previously, as we will wait to see what happens now as we kick off on round 4.
this mixes things up, Shawnee. exceS winning on their slow side is going to change things up. exceL no longer have that advantage as you typically see with Fieldy Power when a team gets the slow side win. And you can already see Baghdad, he's extracting that boom shot now, and the snipe's not going to connect him to the shutters. So let's see how this one plays out.
So boom shot in the hands of Baghdad again. In this case, he's going to hope he doesn't get sniped again in this round. Obviously, he'd like to use it. You threw a smoke there to try and cover the shutters. D2 is almost down, just on board with him very quickly. He's very red, but should be okay for the moment. exceS, I think it's safe to say, Toby, very pushed back right now and very pinched towards their spawn. And now it's up to them to try and make some moves here.
Yes, they do have all players alive. You see D2, he's picked up that sniper rifle, which is going to give some form of suppression on this helipad to enable this push. And here we go. Physics, excuse me, has got the down, but Vicious is just going to headshot Baghdad. The boom shot is on the floor. The weapon side has come in. Angels will get taken out for that one, but Physics is going to come back. Boom shot is still on the floor. Breaker has found himself in the middle of two shotguns. He's going to fall to D2, though, as exceS take their round.
Ow! How did they do that? We saw the first shot of the fight was Vicious' sniper again on poor Baghdad. He's probably getting very tired of Vicious picking him up all the time, but we saw the boom shot drop, but exceS's members of D2 and Physics there, Toby, held their own, and now the question is, can they win on the slow side like they did previously in this 5th round and go in the lead for the first time? They have responded beautifully in this match, and it is living up to all the expectations so far.
This could be the most important round for exceS now. The question is, can they do it? Breakers, nades are going out front door. Precision is going to get down, but the boom shot is in the hands of exceL. exceS is trying to push for this kill. Breaker will fall. Precision has got the down, though.
Oh my god!
And there's a massive trade of kills right now. It's 3v2, and exceS are on the other side of the map against exceL.
It weren't. It was a bit of a team kill, unfortunately, from Vicious. He's the only man alive. He secured a kill on Baghdad. He blind fires. He didn't quite hit the mark there on the markers of D2. And the question is, can somehow Vicious pull this up? He's going to try and bounce around and look for those shots. He hasn't really been hit that much, all things considered. And he's going to try and get away now, Toby. In this situation, very difficult for him to do so, but he might be able to pull this off.
He has to make sure he doesn't get angled from that shutter, and I don't think he is because they're going to rotate to that middle door, and this has become an incredibly difficult situation for Vicious. I didn't actually like that he blind fired that boom, but in the end, it was actually quite accurate, I thought, but wasn't able to down exceS as they've now reset, and they're positioning themselves for this new boom shot spawn.
Yeah, it's completely understandable, of course. Boom shot is normally a guaranteed kill, provided, of course, it hits your mark, where we saw Vicious very close to doing that, where there could have been a 1v1 if it just caught one of the members of exceS, but for the moment, Vicious, I mean, in this particular situation, Toby, I mean, he's got a lot to do. He knows he's going to get shut out a little bit here from exceS, and for him, he needs to try and find something. Maybe a sniper? What do you think?
You know, if he finds a sniper, that would make his job easier. But even with the skill of Vicious against the team of exceS in a 2v1, and if they were to pick up the boom shot, that would be an incredibly difficult situation. There we go. He's not going to be able to pick it up now, so his only choice really is these frag grenades, and he needs to watch out he doesn't get pushed as he's picking these up. You can already see exceS pushing across this map. D2 has got the cross angle, and this is going to be incredibly difficult if he's to try and clutch this.
So he's throwing grenades to try and keep Angel away. Understandable, obviously, and I was just trying to keep them away, but of course, lots of shots coming in. He's already been hurt, and all it needed was a boom shot, and Angel could comply very nicely with that one, and that was a very tactical-based round, I think it's safe to say there, Toby, but for the first time in this game, exceS lead. They've taken their 3rd round in succession, and the question is, can they close this out now?
This is a really good field depot match we're seeing so far. Vicious is the star player for exceL. Really, he's sitting on 6 kills. He's been using the boom shot, he's been using the sniper rifle with great success. Now, the question is, can exceL win on their slow side? Because they need to. Map point for exceS as they've got the nades in hand and now the boom shot.
Absolutely, so obviously the boom shot, of course. Baghdad again gets sniped on the Oscar Mike by Vicious. Baghdad is being harassed, Toby. Vicious, for the 3rd time in succession, has headshotted Baghdad with a long shot. He must be getting tired of this now because Vicious is just on point with that. Unbelievable.
Nades coming in, and they're not going to connect. Nothing's going to come up for that. The boom shot, I'm not sure if it's been picked up yet, though. D2 has the sniper inside, so that's going to give a bit of an angle, but Vicious just performs again and again. And oh my gosh! I've only just caught that on stream.
Oh my.
He is He's looking like the best sniper on the game right now. This is unreal, the kind of shots he's pulling off.
I believe that's his 5th sniper headshot of this match for Vicious. He is on fire. He took out Baghdad, who controlled the boom shot. He's also taken out B as well, Angel as well. And it's all down to Physics and D2 to pull off a 4v2. And what an important time for Vicious to step up, Toby, because they're on the verge of losing, and now they could tie this up.
This exceL team, I know from first-hand experience, thrives on hype and excitement, and really, that is what is going to be lifting this exceL team up throughout these rounds. With Vicious getting such ridiculous headshots, these players will be screaming enjoy at him and calling him all kinds of positive names. And let's get him through the cameras. Let's slow down a little. Let's find out what's going on. Physics has the boom shots, so it's not that simple for exceL to try and clean up this round and take it to a round 7. You can see Vicious rotating inside to give some suppression, and D2 is going to regroup inside too.
We should mention that boom shot has yet to be fired. As far as we're aware, of course, was picked up by Baghdad. He was sniped, and then Physics would have picked it up. And for now, I believe, under the impression that there are still 2 boom shots left in there, so 2 good shots can make it a 2v2 just like that. So it's all about trying to utilize the weapon. Of course, the boom shot is now respawned in the middle. Will Physics bide his time and wait for the enemy to go for that boom shot and then pick them up? Let's wait and see, because right now, this is where the pressure kicks in for both teams, in my opinion.
Vicious has to look out, though, because we just caught D2 on the cameras. He's actually in the shutters with the sniper rifle, and he is wide open right now. But the boom shot has been picked up by Precision. Both booms being used. That is 3v2, but it's not that much of an issue, although there is shotgun battles going on right now. As XS reset, the boom shot will be picked up very soon. If not, it might have already had.
Vicious has it.
There we go.
And he gets a shot through the shutter. Brilliant stuff. D2 down, and it's all up to Physics. Sorry to interrupt you there, Toby.
It's all good. D2 is going to fall, and Physics is going to be all up to him to try and save his team. Looks like it's probably all over for him, though. And there we go. Vicious not as accurate with the boom shot as he's been with the snipe, but who can say anything to this guy right now?
I think you saw that, because I thought he was going to kill himself with that boom shot at first. That was a little bit too close for comfort. But let's just take a step back here very quickly. exceL are on the fast side, Toby, to kick off round 7, the final round, provided, of course, of course, it's a stalemate. So exceL have it all to do, but we have to give it to eXes. They have won on the slow side 3 times in a row now, I believe. Excuse me, 2 times in a row when it's come to them. So the question is, can they make it 3 times in a row on this go?
Vicious might have bought exceL the ticket to this map now with those snipe shots. You can see them moving in. Let's get on board with Aspire as him and Precision are sticking inside. The frag grenades coming in. They're going to connect. Angel's catching him out. Vicious with the plays! Gets the 2 shots. Excuse me for screaming, folks, but the hype is getting to me too. 3v2 situation as Vicious now has the boom shot.
So Vicious with the big plays. We saw him go back and forth there off the wall and get those big 2 kills. Boom shot in hand. Let's hope he can be a bit more accurate than what he was last round. He did get 1 down. There's the 1 down there. And now he can go in for D2. That's his 3rd kill of the round. And Breaker has done it. Vicious, Toby, I think it's safe to say, has just played this game so well for his team. Look at the point difference between him and his team. That is incredible.
If we look at points, at least, let's look at D2 Physics, top 2 players for XS in points. That pretty much equals the points of Vicious alone. I think that tells the tale, and of course the snipe headshots. I mean, what is there to say? Vicious is a man on fire right now, and MVP trophy for Field Depot goes to him without a doubt.
Yeah, so that was a thrilling first match to go right down to the final round, which is obviously what we love to see, Toby. I think that's safe to say. So a great start to the series. We saw Vicious really come in play with that launch shot, and now, of course, we get ready to go to a map with 2 launch shots on it, just like Fuel Depot, which is Canals, and you can imagine that Vicious might feel at home with this one, Toby. But, I mean, let's talk about that first game. What we saw there was exceL go 2-0 up at the start. They were off to a flying start, but then XS fought back with 2 rounds, 1 on the slow side, and then a round 1 on the fast side to go 3-2 up. But if it wasn't, in my opinion, for that double kill in the final round by Vicious, well, who knows how that last round could have gone.
You know, Vicious might have just found himself in the top 5 of my my go-to snipers for EU, because really, that performance, I haven't seen a sniping performance like that in a long time on Gears Ultimate Edition, whether it's both in EU or the North American scene with the likes of Hudson's and Mental. But really, like, I went into that thinking, as I mentioned before, that exceL have really been performing on the on Field Depot on the slow side, and they did. But XS, they showed their experience. They demonstrated not only their aggressive style as a team, but also their teamwork in actually calculating such amazing pushes on their slow side to the snipe car of the enemy and taking them out in shotgun battles. Like, this has been such a fantastic match so far, and I'm pretty sure if those slow sides are something to say about, Canals is going to be a fast one.
I mean, what a way to start off. I mean, if when we looked at the last two games that we covered on the week 2, we didn't have a match start off in such a intense way that we went down to the final final round for that. So hopefully a precursor to what may be a very intense back and forth game on every map, Toby, fingers crossed. But I mean, that first game has really set the standard for both of these teams, and they both have nothing to be ashamed of. They all played fantastically well. But when it came down to it, exceL just squeezed ahead. But I imagine XS are going to be grouping, getting themselves ready to try and take this game right back to them now.
No, I agree. I agree, certainly. And if you're wondering why we just went to the cast screen, folks, it is because we're just waiting on, I believe, exceL Vicious to get back. I'm assuming he's just gone for a nice cup of tea or a drink, because really that exceL roster is going to be allowing any breaks that is necessary right now, and crazy scenes, to say the least. We're just waiting for them to switch factions, folks. Will be very quick.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, while we wait, so obviously we had a pretty glorious first night. I mean, do you want to talk to us, Toby, about a particular set of matches that I believe are still going on right now, which we'll hopefully be able to cover as a third match on stream, if I'm correct? Yes.
This is a wise point, certainly. I'm actually just fixing your picture on
my
stream
picture
right now, because for some reason your wonderful face was just off stream, cut out. But anyway, what we're talking about, Shawnee will mention that, is actually, as you rightfully brought up, is the GFL qualification showdown. Now, for those who are keeping up with the GFL and keeping an eye on the threads as they come out on the Galforum website, galforum.net, the previous team, Odin, they've actually split. Their whole roster is split. The team is gone. I'm not even sure if any of the players are still playing the game. I'm not sure if they're attending the EU Open. So that has left one spot open for another team to try and fill in. Now, the 9th seed, the teams that just missed out on qualifying from the qualification period, are Team Nova, Team Scrim Reapers, and DDTR. They all finished somehow, Shawnee, with the same amount of points. So right now, we've got a mini tournament going on between those three teams to decide who truly deserves that 8th spot.
So they all ended up with, I believe it was 35 seeding points, somehow. All of them specifically. And obviously to maintain the integrity of the league, we want, I imagine, Toby, do correct me if I'm wrong, or we want like a full set of teams playing. We don't want to hand out default wins all the way across, because, you know, we want to see action in all of them. So props to the GFL guys for trying to get this resolved very quickly, and with a bit of luck we might be able to capture one of the teams that win that little mini tournament on stream tonight. But I think we're good to go with game 2 here, so this is going to be very interesting.
We're actually still waiting on the two teams to change factions.
Oh yeah.
I think Vicious is still fancying his Golden Hunter.
There we go.
And there we go. I have messaged them now to make sure. I messaged them twice. So we're good to go. They're all trying to change now, folks. Sorry about the delay, but we kind of need a breather. We kind of need a little time to relax after what we witnessed there.
I think it's safe to say that you know, breaks are always nice, but we don't want to lose the said momentum of this series, because of course we had a fantastic first game to kick us off. So hopefully with a bit of luck, Toby, I love how you're trying to signal for teams to change by constantly spamming your little switch team button.
Please switch.
So we'll give it a minute, but I mean,
I'll give it 30 seconds.
Oh no, there we go. Oh, we have one. Hopefully.
All right, Baghdad's change.
With a bit of luck, they'll swap, but. Oh, right, so we'll try and recompose ourselves a little bit, but obviously
finally, yes,
we have the GAO EU Open. It's getting very close now, Toby. 2 weeks to go. It is pretty close, to say the very least. And It's getting very exciting, of course. The 3-day events on July 8th, 9th and 10th. That's 2 days, not 3. But anyway, we're going to be looking forward to that one, to say the least. I can't wait. It's going to be great fun.
Can't wait. Have you seen like a video or pictures of the Gfinity Arena, Sean?
I have seen Gfinity Arena. I have never been there. I've seen many of their events they've hosted on other games there. It's very nice, situated inside a cinema, so you can have nice comfy. Well, if you're a spectator, you can have nice comfy chairs, and hopefully the casters can have nice comfy chairs. That'd be nice. But
that would be nice. Yeah.
but we're gonna get ready to kick it off. Let's take it a little bit serious now, because obviously game 2, the first game was a cracker on Fuel Depot. We're gonna get ready for Canals, because it's gonna be eXes taking on exceL for game 2. eXes lost the first game in a very, very close finish to exceL, but now of course it's up to them to try and bring it back on Canals. So this is going to be a very interesting one, and I think this first round might dictate the pace of this game, Toby. I don't know how you feel about it, but this is going to be very interesting to see how both teams approach this.
No, I agree. I know from the exceL camp that they've been testing things out in Canals, so they're not too. Maybe this might not be their best map. Perhaps some might argue, and I think Fuel Depot is actually one of the stronger. So this is going to be a very different map, and probably a challenger map for exceL, because like we saw last week with Team XS, they played very aggressive on that low side against Infused, and that actually caused a lot of problems for them. For that team Infused, of course, the top team right now in GFL. So let's see how they play this out. XS Baghdad is going to jump on low side middle bridge as we predicted.
Absolutely, and obviously right now for the moment, bit of a fight, I should say, in the middle. Grenades picked up on the locust side, so that is XS picking that up, of course, and I believe some grenades thrown. But for the moment, Torpo being picked up by Breaker, who is just going to get out of there with the littlest of helps. He's been stunned by a grenade, and I've got to give credit there, Toby. I don't know if you saw that. Vicious was standing right next to the stunned player, waiting for him to go down so he can pick him up just in case he did go down. That was pretty awesome to see.
I believe it was Aspire, was it not? I was watching Aspire, and I think he was doing like a similar role anyway,
yeah.
At least with the Torpo pickup. Yeah, he actually dodged the nade as well, just strafed a little bit into the Torpo area and then came back out and the nade fell. I like that. I like that. That's just like one of the signs of an intelligent player, you know, rather than scramble about trying to wall bounce out of their way. So we're going to follow him into this high side area with Vicious, of course. He is playing his bed, so keep an eye out for the blonde head in the stream, folks. Let's see if he can make some more plays with the snipe.
Precision. Oh, he's going right up there. Bit of a fight to kick this off. He's not actually been hurt that much, but there's a big kill from both players of Breaker and D2. Breaker with a double kill. Precision wins his fight against Physics, and just like that, it is all down to D2 in a 3 versus 1, and exceL strike quickly.
Plays have come in down low side as well. We didn't catch that one out, but we saw Vicious helping out his team and winning that crucial shotgun barrel. Despite Aspire being down. D2, it's all down to him. He's got the sniper rifle, getting the angle on this pillar, but it looks like exceL have his number. They know what's going down, and there he falls. And
Precision, I believe, was the one who hit him with the sniper shot there to get that down, and that is the first round out of the way for exceL, but of course not a sign of anything, because we saw XS fight back from 2-0 down. But let's see if XS decide to switch this up a little bit as we kick off round 2.
So exceL taking the first round, just like on Fuel Depot. Nothing too different there. D2 was the only man to get a kill. Now, let's jump on board the Breaker. Let's see how he plays against XS down this low side.
So you can see Breaker, as you saw, getting a couple shots. It is assisted down there on Baghdad. Breaker now trying to see if he can hold his own. And a team down there from D2 on Angel, and he's going to be finished by Aspire, and Aspire will clean up at D2. A mistake shot there from D2, unfortunately. And Physics now going to try and see if he can hold his own, but he's down and out. And just like that, exceL take round 2 in about 20 seconds. That was quick and very, very decisive.
XS pulling off the trick strat, playing not only through the middle bridge but also through the flank on water side, inside water through that Torpo. We saw Breaker react nicely. He just missed out on that shotgun barrel. I was following that. It was really close, but Aspire doing work once again. He's got 4 kills, helping out his team, and ultimately he won the shotgun battle at the end for the low side, and the high side was no different as exceL sitting on 2-0.
Absolutely, but this is of course what happened in Fuel Depot, but the question is, will XS be able to respond in due kind? Baghdad making his way towards middle bridge with frag grenades, of course, but no pickup just yet. First kill on Physics from Vicious, and Baghdad there. Nice kill from D2. Angel with the down there on Vicious, and we see Aspire with a kill on D2, and now Baghdad needs to make a move because he's got someone right behind him, and he couldn't quite get the shot. Angel gets the down on Vicious, but not able to finish him, and brilliant revives there from Precision, and it's all down to Angel on the 3v1, and just like that, Toby, exceL are absolutely motoring now. That's 3-0 to them.
Not only are exceL winning the high side every round, they're also winning the low side situation, which is just a clean sweep of the map. I mean, what more can you ask? Usually you see teams, if they go resource heavy, send more players, or maybe the sniper rifle down low side, they typically lose up high side, or they lose middle bridge control. But exceL, they're controlling every key point of the map right now, and they're sitting on 3 rounds. As we've got another trick strat coming from eXes. On that note, Breaker is going to go down this time. It looks like eXes might be able to come away with this low side win, and yes, they do. Nades coming in from T Precision as they've got 1 member down of eXes.
Yeah, Angel was the one down, but unfortunately they couldn't finish him, of course, as we saw there. Topo picked up from eXes. This is better from them. Angel and Baghdad hadn't had a single kill this entire game until this round, so this is much better from them as well. D2 getting a little bit pushed. We see the sniper being picked up down there on Precision, and there is a sniper headshot, number 1 from Vicious. He's off and rolling here, Toby, in a 2v1 now with that long shot in hand.
Wouldn't it be great if he could pull a 3v1 right now while his team is sitting 3-0 on one of the best teams in Europe? It would be fantastic. But no, not to be. Angel going in for the back A, and that works out for him that time as they bring a round back. Let's see if they can keep up this momentum.
Surely not. The 2-0 comeback was impressive, but the 3-0 comeback, I mean, it is possible, obviously, but eXes is going to have to do a lot of effort. They need to win low side like they did previous round. That allowed them to go on to that victory, and who are we going to go on board with to kick off this very important round, Toby?
Well, Baghdad has now switched up the high side, so let's follow him up as he's playing aggressive for this middle bridge control. They've just done just that. exceL seem to have played for a talkbow strategy, more passive method of this low side. They've got the snipe and the talkbow in hands, and still frag grenades are up to be picked, so perhaps a play might come soon.
We should wait and see. Frag grenades, there we go. As you said that, Toby, being picked up. Baghdad can make it happen, of course, if those grenades find their mark. So if we look at the positioning very quickly, Vicious and Aspire pretty much on the opposite sides of the map from each other, but pretty close. Breaker near the topo and Precision near that bridge. He's going to make his way towards the middle, throw a smoke. But right now, I think it's safe to say exceL all together in unison here, Toby, and can they make this round work?
They're pushing low side. They've got the sniper and torp there. The shots going in from Breaker, but that's going to stun him, and he might fall, and he does just that. Baghdad waiting for that frag grenade to blow up. The push has come in from eXes as they tear the exceL team apart, and it's only Vicious now to try and clutch this one up for a second time.
That stun was a little bit harsh, I feel, but hey, got the job done, didn't it? As Vicious, as you mentioned, Toby, trying to see what he can do. Nice little pop shot. More, gets the back A, I believe that was on Physics, but D2 gets the kill, and eXes have got another round. Are they going to bring this back to 3-3? They are very good at comebacks, clearly, and they might be able to do this yet again, Toby, as we go into round 6.
Are we about to see a reverse sweep? I'm sure exceL hope not. And what we have to point out actually is they've played that round a lot more passively. They didn't go in for the shotgun battles down low side. They played it a bit more safe, some might argue. So for them to lose that round, it might be changing things up a little in their head. Baghdad, he's got the middle bridge control. He is full red, but he will collect the nades. Talkbow is picked up now as we see a similar round coming up.
Absolutely, so both the same here. And there's a first down. That's on Vicious, but obviously no kill yet. Grenade stun on Aspire. And here comes the fight, Toby. It's going to be Angel and B to get the kid down there. Can they finish the kill? Aspire standing still. I think Aspire might have just had a controller disconnect or given up. I'm not too sure. But he just stood still for a moment. And Precision has it all to do in a 3v1 now.
I think it was a controller disconnect because I've heard Aspire. Heard that Aspire's had the controller issues recently. T Precision down to him this time, 4v1. But he will get Lancing down. eXes will keep the distance. And ladies and gents, we're at round 7. Is the reverse sweep happening? Let us know in chat right now before the round finishes.
I can't believe for the second game in succession. The first game, they were 2-0 down with eXes. They took it to 3-2 in their favor. They couldn't finish it. Now they were 3-0 down. They brought it back to 3-3. Their resilience is to be admired, but can they have the killing blow to finish off in Canals? This is what it's all about here as we kick off round 7 on this map. Here we go.
For the garlic bread, for the pitta, whatever bread Grocery are going for exceL, are going down the low side push this time. That will take out Angels. Vicious getting the crucial kill as Aspire falls. Baghdad bring one back, and we're like that. We're at a 2v2 situation.
And there is no messing around in this round. These teams are going all for it. Baghdad getting a little bit pushed, has to try and back up a little bit. Vicious trying to see if he can get a tough bow kill. Every single moment now, Toby, in this round is absolutely crucial. And what will we see is Vicious and Precision get together on that long shot bridge.
They've regrouped. They're just trying to guess. Are they going to get the snipe or they're going to push? They're going to get the snipe. Slowing things down a little as eXes Physics almost got caught out there on that middle bridge. That enemy bridge, excuse me, or his bridge. And you saw B with the Call of Duty-esque nade across the map onto that bridge as well, which didn't catch anyone out. So as things slow down, and even before, as I say, slow down, exceL are already being proactive with the map. They're going across. Vicious has got the low side, so he's going to have that angle with the torque bow. Only one nade left in the hands of Baghdad, I believe, as exceL look to move up right now.
Yeah, they're sticking together in unison. They need to, of course, decide how they're going to do it. But yet again, of course, we have to realize that eXes, oh, Baghdad gets tagged up by a sniper there. This might be an invitation to push, but at the same time, need to be a little bit careful. Baghdad with a couple snub pistol shots there, as we saw. A little bit of damage. Blind fire. Topo, he's got it down on Vicious. The Vicious will imagine be picked up. There you go. And he's down again. This is getting very, very close, because if he gets down one more time, it's an automatic kill now, Toby. Oh, what a shot!
Oh.
Tags the floor, and Baghdad's out of it, and it's all up to Physics now.
The double revive coming into play. T-Precision on that last revive, saving Vicious. And the torque bow kill was fantastic.
Oh,
and amazing
intense.
at the same time. I can't believe he pulled that off, and that could be the winner. That could be another ticket to this map as Vicious performs again and again. Physics is stuck in a corner. Will he be able to extract himself? Yes, he will. Just about. Torpo in hands. 1 minute 40 as the chase continues.
Oh my god, what a game! What a round as the stick goes in from Physics on Vicious, and now it's down to Precision against Physics in the 1v1. What a round this is to finish, Toby.
The hype keeps coming. The hype doesn't stop. Precision has the nades in hand. He has one left. He still has a sniper rifle in hand. Let's stick with him as he's got the height advantage right now. 1 minute 20. We thought it was all over for exceL. Back and forth, and we've gotten to a 1-to-1 situation, which really demonstrates how close the EU is in terms of skill. There's no whitewashes, excuse me.
Are we going to see
you'd like to call
both
it that coming
teams
from
maybe
here.
fight another day here? We have a Torpo versus a sniper. This is quite intense. I'm very nervous for both players, because obviously this is what it all comes down to. But I think we might see these teams stalemate here, Toby, and begin for a round 8. But what a round 7. Of all the times for these players to come in, Toby, it had to be on this round that both teams have delivered that beautifully.
This is, as you rightfully said, a nerve-wracking situation, but such an enjoyment to watch and cast over, as I'm sure you agree, Shawnee. Folks in the chat and watching the stream, if there is a time you're going to tweet out and get as many viewers in as possible tonight, this might be the night. We've got 25 seconds, perhaps, if this round does in fact draw out, which it looks like it's going to get as many viewers in as possible to see the action as it goes down live. Please tweet out the stream, message your friends, tell your family, put the stream on in the living room. I don't care what you have to do. Do whatever needs be as we go into another intense round 7.
So,
round 8.
I was like,
excuse me. Wait.
So let's talk about our round very quickly. We essentially had a big fight. We saw a big kill, I believe, from Baghdad when he got the sneak kill in the middle near Torpo to get the first blood. But it came down to a 2v2. We saw a beautiful Torpo shot, I believe, from Vicious, which made it a 2v1. But you got to give credit to Physics. He only had one kill this entire game until he made the weapon slide Torpo pickup to get that kill on Vicious to make it a 1v1. That was so crucial. And now this is what it all comes down to.
Let's follow Vicious as he got that awesome Torpo kill, and he seems to be the most aggressive player this round. Getting the angles on that middle bridge as eXes do take middle without any difficulty. Smokes on the low side. exceL are going to choose to pull back. Vicious is full red though. He's got away just in time before the crosses come in, and exceL are forfeiting that side of the map now as they retreat. as both teams come back for the sniper rifles.
I think it's safe to say both teams are obviously a little bit more nervous because at one moment, at 1 second, it can all change, and one team can then use that numbers advantage to maybe go on to win this game. And if you're the case of exceL, you're already a game up in this series. You really don't want to throw away this map, of course, but if you're eXes, you need this game back. But you can't afford to be too overzealous and take that first death. But this is what it's coming down to. Vicious, we know, was crucial with that sniper in the first game on Fuel Depot. Baghdad has a sniper. We might see revenge from Baghdad on Vicious for all those headshots in this round, but we just don't know yet, and we'll wait to see what awaits us as this time goes on.
This whole match has been so unpredictable in terms of strategy, in terms of outcomes, kills, clutches, power weapon kills. Like we really can't call it right now, folks. This is just so close. We've got eXes, the veteran team that they are, 3 members that have been together since 2011, and the experienced roster of Vicious, Precision, and Breaker, but with the new introduction of Aspire. So, you know, he's sitting on 6 kills. It doesn't matter what anyone says. He's doing his job right now on low side. He's got most kills for COG. So, just trying to analyze the rosters a second. There doesn't seem to be a weak link right now.
They're all pretty much tied up, aren't they? If you look at the individual players per team, obviously Vicious and Precision kind of tying up a little bit first and second, but D2 a bit more of a dominant player in this game for his team for the moment. Another set of grenades picked up here for eXes, and the question is, will those grenades find their mark? We saw how crucial they have been in rounds prior to this, but of course this is what it comes down to. I believe it was D2 who picked up the grenades. I didn't quite catch it, but either way, exceL need to be very careful of the frag grenades that are undoubtedly going to be coming their way.
Yeah, and you can see Vicious just moving around, adjusting position, trying to get a line of sight on ahead, but nothing is being poked out. You can't even hear it. All you can hear is just gentle footsteps in the water right now from Precision on this map. But as I say that, there's some shots fired. But in any case, the map is silent pretty much compared to what we've heard most of these rounds. And Canals is usually criticized as being a passive map, but this round really just shows sometimes it just gets a little bit strategic, doesn't it?
Well, we've had 7 rounds of action where we haven't really had a breather. I mean, we had somewhat of a break at the end of the final round, but even, excuse me, at the 7th round, but even, as I say this, Toby, eXes moving forward a little bit towards the launch off bridge of exceL. Let's see. Oh! Angel down and out there. Vicious' sniper comes to play again, Toby. And Baghdad returns the favor. 3v3 now.
Oh my, sniper's going off. The snipers have respawned. 40 seconds, ladies and gents. The 3v3 situation is still on. Baghdad is right back. Breaker is low side. D2 actually got shot there, and he's moved up right now as the plays are coming in. Aspire is going to fall. Vicious is going to lose his head to Baghdad. He's going to have the last word. There's 25 seconds. Breaker has to try and draw this out. He's got only 20 seconds now. D2 is already there. This is going to be a coordinated push, I feel. There's not much time for Breaker. He's looking for kills to try and slow things down. He is full red, though, and this might be all she wrote, and it is, folks. eXes, excuse me. Wow, it is going to take this next map.
What 2 great matches we've had, Toby. What fantastic matches, and I give him all the credit. I think I've got to put my hand up and say Baghdad won that round for eXes. 2 crucial headshots there. What we had was Vicious, first blood on Angel with that long shot, but immediately Baghdad got a headshot on Precision, I believe it was, at the talkboat area. Then when we saw D2 get sniped, you mentioned, Toby, they were about to rush him, and Baghdad got another headshot from there, and his team were able to clean up and win a crucial match. Remember, they were 3-0 down in that match, and they managed to bring it back to win.
The reverse sweep happened. It happened, and really that's going to be a big psychology knock on Team exceL right now. That is without a doubt. It's going to knock on any team. It's going to have some effect. It's going to have more effect on others and less on others, but it happened. And exceL really have to try and put this one behind them. That's all that can be said in that situation. It was so close. It was so nail-bitingly close as well. That there could be conversations with this team in the exceL roster. There could even be conversations with eXes in terms of Fuel Depot and Canals, just because these maps have been so close that following this match, that anything could be blamed for a loss.
I mean, I think it's a little too early, mate. I mean, after the match for sure, Toby. I mean, but it could be worse. I mean, exceL could have lost both games where they had essentially lost consecutive rounds in a row, but they didn't do that. And what we saw there, of course, was eXes just about losing out on Fuel Depot and then getting by on Canals were a really glorious win. However, I believe they've all left. I'm not too sure what's going on here. Access have left the lobby, so we'll obviously try and sort that out for the moment. But I mean, the second game we had 8 rounds in total, 1 stalemate, but it was a 4-3 reverse sweep from Access to take it. exceL pretty much had the game in the palm of their hands with 4 match points initially, but it just wasn't to be for them, and the resiliency of Access came to play, and it paid off wonderfully for them.
You know, I actually have Precision asking me why I left, but I haven't. It's Team XS that's left. I'm guessing the match is probably lagged out for that reason.
So we'll start the lobby, I guess, in that sense. I guess the game was too hyped that it just couldn't handle it. I'm gonna use that as an excuse. So
Okay. So I've just had an update. Baghdad is actually going to go host now.
okay,
So they wanna switch things up, which is fair. It's fair enough because it's 1-1. There's no advantage or disadvantage to either team. They're not going to try and mix things up because they're losing or they're winning. So that's completely fair. You know, that's in line with the rules. It was a gentleman's agreement for me to neutral host it for the benefit of the stream, just to keep things moving rather than like switching map all the time. Which of course is an option due to dedicated servers. But if Baghdad wants to host, then he can.
it's an interesting. That is very interesting. I have to say. I understand that why they might want to host, but even still, they just brought it back from 3-0 down. I'm a little bit surprised XS want to take priority of the host. They just had probably the game of their lives for this series, and I think they're going to ruin their own momentum here, Toby, in my opinion, by slowing it down and trying to get this lobby set back up again, because I think they should try and carry this on right now.
That's a good point. But conversation has to be mentioned. It can't be jumped over. There is connection involved in Gears of War. There is ping, and with any online game, and so maybe the French feel as though they were lagging a little bit. Maybe just because I'm from the UK. Maybe it was a UK dedicated server. I don't know how Gears of War servers work. It just says EU on the main menu, but maybe they want to go try host. Maybe they want to make sure everything is going in their favor. And it really, to me, what I can take from that is not only are XS not only do they know this is a very close game and they need to do everything they can, but also they're trying everything they can. They want to try their best, and it just shows how important the game is to them.
That's a great point. I mean, obviously we'll see exceL return the favor once we, of course, get ready, because I believe this is a best of 5. Do correct me if I'm wrong, which means we have another guaranteed 2 matches after 2 phenomenal matches already. So who knows what we'll see for games 3 and 4, and I can't wait for this. And we're not going to be going to any breaks, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to be going to a little standby screen and a hold screen with music, because this game is a little too awesome to push away and wait a couple minutes for. And I think both teams agree in that sense, because they're looking to kick this off straight away. So what map do we have? Is it Clock Tower, I believe?
That is correct. That is correct. I've invited you, by the way, but yeah, there we go. You're in. So we're just waiting on the one more player to join up, folks. And I think now is probably a good point to mention the scores of the GFL qualification showdown. Now, it's funny that I brought that up because I don't know yet. I'm literally gonna just scroll through the Discord chat now.
It's brilliant.
With my fellow admin Fruz, because he's actually playing. He's actually playing in the last match of the showdown, and I'm just trying to find out who won.
So obviously, while we do that, we're just waiting on. Excuse me, just take my microphone there. We just have one more member of exceL to join in, and of course, once they've done that, we will switch teams. I believe exceL are on the Locust side this time, which means Precision. Vicious gets his golden Locust back. And hopefully that means he can get a Clock Tower launch shot and maybe make the launch shots happen. But of course, that launch shot is in neutral ground. It's not easy to get compared to Fuel Depot. So we'll have to wait and see. But it's going to be very interesting to see which team takes the initiative on this map.
Definitely. Who are we waiting for? We are waiting for one player, and it
Aspire.
is Aspire. Now, he was having controller issues last game. I think I pretty much know for a fact, because he has been complaining on the Galform Shirtbox for a while that his controller disconnects mid-scrims. So hopefully, well, I imagine he's actually trying to fix that now, maybe?
Yeah, I thought he was in, but someone just switched team.
No,
Yeah. Well, I mean, if there's any excuse to buy the upcoming Gears of War controller, I mean, you know, this is probably it, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I wish I had a picture of that actually. That Gears of War controller, because that is amazing. That is very nice. But I have my own Elite controller sitting on the floor for some reason
Sitting on
right
the
now.
floor.
£100 sitting on the floor, but so I probably won't pick up the red one myself. But if I had the spare money, I would be tearing at my heartstrings, to be honest. Like, even though I have my own Elite.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have. But obviously, Clock Tower, the third game of our best of 5 league match, and we did tell you this might be a pretty awesome match, and my goodness me, it has not let us down in that respect, has it? I mean, it has been a back and forth match, and you've got to stop the comeback train of exceL. I mean, they've let eXes get back into 2 games. One of them may manage to win themselves on Fuel Depot, but it just didn't go for them in Canals, losing a 3-0 lead on Canals against eXes. So, I mean, exceL have it all to do, and in my opinion, the longer this little wait goes on, I stand by this. I feel like eXes are a little bit losing out on their momentum, because you can imagine exceL are going to be very talkative, very energetic, and wanting to hype themselves up and obviously get themselves back into the lead in this series. They've yet to fall behind in this series. They have only led or drawn so far in this matchup, and of course I imagine they do not want to fall behind going into map 4.
Yes, yes. I heard every single word of that, Shawnee, and you're a stat man. You must have a notepad or something hiding behind that broken webcam. I swear, that was good that you had all that on board. Now, you heard it from Shawnee. You've heard all the details. All we can do now is actually
wait on Aspire, because we can get the actual practical version of these notes and get it into gameplay, right? So hopefully Aspire will be joining very shortly, and hopefully his controller isn't going to mean that he is completely out of this matchup, which would obviously be a major problem for exceL in that regard. But fingers crossed he'll be back very shortly. But I mean, Clock Tower to kick off the third map. I believe 2 other maps to come up if we get there, of course. If both teams happen to be a 2-2, we go to that 5th map. But, I mean, for the meantime, how much do you know of exceL's preference for Clock Tower, Toby?
Good question. Good question. I'm probably the right person to ask as well, actually, regarding exceL. But on this map, because I've seen a lot of scrims. Of exceL now. And there we go.
Yes.
Aspire's in. Let's take
Do
it
you know
to
what?
the game.
Let's talk about it after this match in regards to Clock Tower, and we'll use that to determine the result of this match. But if you're able to summon it very quickly, Toby, exceL on Clock Tower, go.
Oh.
Talk about anticlimactic much.
You know, I think I'm just gonna go with his game crash then. That's what I'm gonna go with, because I doubt he would have just like lagged in and out.
Well,
I pray.
We were about to start
crossed.
there, as you saw. I'm not too sure if you saw it, but we were about to kick off on Clock Tower, but Aspire left the game there. So, I mean, I'll ask you again, Toby. I mean, exceL on Clock Tower, I mean, how are they doing on this? Is this a preference map for them, or...?
There's one player I have to point out when it comes to Clock Tower, and that's Precision. And that's one player we haven't mentioned that much throughout this scrim. It's all been about Vicious, really, and a bit of Aspire and Canals. But really, he plays on Snipe Pillar. And I've heard it from his team members themselves. They believe T Precision is the best player on back pillar on this game. And I mean that. Like, probably not with just EU, but also NA. And they put it down to one reason, and that's his movement. Precision has this very unique movement that he likes to call wiggling. And I've heard him say before, he loves to wiggle. And what he does, he uses like a combination of not only speed, like jumping in and out of cover and holding A and wall bouncing, but also he likes to do that like Gears 2, like old school Gears 2-esque movement where you hold A to the left, hold A to the right when you dodge, and just throw your camera around as fast as you can, really. And because of that, he's able to jump up and down this clock tower alley, putting in shots on mid wall, but also get back alive somehow, like in front of these veterans of Gears of War. And that's going to be my main man to watch for this game.
Well, we'll go on board with him to kick it off then, since that is quite a statement to say, obviously. But if there's a time to back it up, this is your time to do it, in my opinion. So we'll go make sure to go on board with Precision to kick it off. And Aspire is now in, which is a good sign. And I believe Baghdad, who is our host, will be standing up very shortly. And again, apologies for the wait, ladies and gentlemen. Aspire had a little bit of an issue trying to get into the game, but he appears to be here, which is good. And now we're going to head into the custom lobby, make sure myself and Toby go on the spectating team, and then we shall be good to go. So get yourselves ready, and let's see where we go from here.
And I actually just put it on the game screen to show that Aspire joined, but then just left immediately. So on that note, folks, what I want to do, just to try and speed things up a little, I'm going to take it to a quick break.
Whoa.
Actually, no.
I'm not too sure, because that went to a custom lobby when it was only 8 people. I think he's still in.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he is in. He is in. All is good. All is good.
Ignore me. I'm still trying to find my way with hosting, folks.
It's fine.
We'll get there.
But
I'm sure. But
we managed to spot it, and we're going to just try and get on the same teams. Hopefully Vicious will swap with me now, and then he can swap with Physics, and then we will be good to go. But I mean, I have to say, I'm going to keep it up, but I think it's it's a fair point to make. I mean, I think eXes's momentum is kind of slowing down the more they wait here, because I feel like when the gameplay is on and you've just come back from 3-0 down, you want to go straight into the next game and carry that on. And all the waiting they're doing, where they're just going to be talking compared to obviously playing, it's going to be kind of getting to them a little bit, I feel. But who knows? I mean, they might just be used to this. But if I was them, I'd kind of want to get in game and carry on with this momentum we have.
You know, that's a wise point indeed. And same with exceL, really. Like, even though they lost that last map, they're still playing on fire. Like, no one would argue against that. They're playing truly, probably at their best. Like, I'm not sure what's in store for exceL or XS in the future, whether we'll see them improve dramatically. But really, both teams are playing extremely well. No one can debate that fact. And as this game goes on, as Aspire lags in and out, maybe frustrations will happen, maybe the motivation of players will change, and it'll be it'll be a bit less intensive now.
I mean, as a player, Toby, I mean, we got a couple seconds to restart, but I mean, as a player, how does that affect you at all in any way, or?
Well, I personally, for me, I can only speak from my experience. When I'm playing well, I'm in this zone, and to keep on with this zone, I have to keep playing. Whether it's player match, your quick match, or ranked match, or scrims, or GBs, it has to be something. If I'm sitting in a lobby for like 15 minutes, my mind wanders, and then my accuracy is not as good next map. I literally can just tell. It might be minute differences in like gameplay, but you really can't tell. The adrenaline comes down, and you're just slow reacting, I feel. And so that might tell the tale for these players, but of course I can only speak from my own experience.
So after about 15 to 20 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, this epic series will continue, but the question is which team will step up to go back into the lead? Will it be exceL, who have yet to fall behind in this series, or will it be XS stepping up to go into the lead for the first time? It is all coming down to it, and as promised, I think we should go on board with Precision to see if he can back up what Toby has said just a few minutes ago. So here we go.
Good point. Precision, don't make me eat my words. Come on, you can perform. Do this. You've got this, mate. Right, so we're on French host now, folks. It was neutral host, but it is now French host. Just to make that aware for you folks. And, you know, we said to stick on board with Precision, but there's no one here of XS to compete for them up top. They've actually gone for the boom shot this time, straight off the bat, to try and mix things up.
Interesting. Very interesting. And Physics is actually, I should point this out, XS Physics is in his own spawn, but he is obviously on the angle where he can cross up to the middle stairs. So very interesting to see how he will put that into practice. But grenades and boom shot in the hands of XS, launch shot in the hands of exceL. So the question is, what is going to strike first? The launch shot, headshot, or the explosive power of a frag grenade or a boom shot?
The boom shot's going in, it just goes through a cloud of enemies as they all just separate like magnets away from that boom shot very nicely. D2's going to get the first down, but T-Precision is here. That might be a potential kill if Precision can take it quickly, and there we go. He's got that, but there is a flank in the form of that bed there as all players regroup. Baghdad coming back with a boom shot. Boom shots is gone now. It's a 3v3 situation. Physics is going to take out Breaker, though, as Aspire brings one back. 2v2 situation now.
Such a back and forth game, and unfortunately for Baghdad, he couldn't hit the mark with both of the boom shots he had in his hand. And if he did, it might have been a different round, but now it is all down to Precision and Aspire taking on the Baghdad and Angels as we wait to see who's going to strike first. Angels with some big Lancer fire. Aspire's down, and Precision's now going to try and push up on Baghdad here, Toby.
You know, I think Aspire wasn't aware that Baghdad took that middle pillar, or that pillar of his on snipe pillar opposite Tom Precision. And that cost him. 2v1 now for T Precision.
Precision being tagged up, and of course need to go to this pillar. Now let's see what he can do. Back and forth, as you can see, he's just kind of juking and jiving a little bit, trying to dodge those Nash's shots, and he is, my goodness, moving like a train. He's trying to see if he can get these shots. He gets it down there on Angels. He goes into the blind fire. The shots on there. Baghdad, he couldn't quite finish it though. Unlucky. Good effort there. Give him credit, but it just wasn't to be. Unlucky.
Thank you, Tom Precision. You have just saved me. That is the wiggle we are talking about, folks. You cannot stay alive against two veterans in the form of Baghdad and Angels. Two awesome shotgunners, incredibly powerful and accurate. And stay alive that long and also get it down. That is crazy from Tom Precision. And of course, exceL be gutted that he wasn't able to 2v1 that because he looked like he was in favor for a lot of that time. Let's jump aboard Breaker as he tries to control his middle wall position.
So very interestingly, eXes, as we remember, took the first round. They went down to Boom and essentially picked up Boom Shot and Garrett frags. And now they've decided to fight up top. Double downs there as we see Vicious and eXes both getting downs for their teams, but no kills being picked up just yet. It's a big fight up the top here.
Trade of downs. Tom Precision's trying to equal out. Spire gets one kill. The push has come from T Precision. He is going to come straight back though, flying back with the movement as the numbers are equaled up somewhat. The plays have come in from Angels. He will fall down on that back pillar. Vicious picking that one up as every player on exceL regroups as I think they've won this round. So, Shawnee, I have to continue. I have to comment on that round. That was fantastic. You saw a down come on Breaker, and then immediately Tom Precision reacted on that back pillar. Aspire came to took his original position on that back pillar. He moved up, got the down, and as soon as that happened and the revive came in, they reset just as nothing happened. Well, they literally just saved the down, got a down themselves, and just got out unscathed. It's crazy.
Look at the revives already on exceL. They've got 5 revives compared to eXes's 2, to give you an idea of how many revives in the last round that exceL had. But I mean, we can talk about that in just a sec, because eXes are being very aggressive here, pushing right up against exceL here, Toby. And Angel's going to try and see what he can do, but he goes down as Physics gets it out. Look at the downs, 4 downs in a matter of seconds, all the way around here. And the downs are flying in now. Baghdad gets a kill, picks up D2's kill. Baghdad just got a triple kill courtesy of the down from D2 as well. And it is all down to Precision, but that was just chaos.
Can't keep up with this. This is crazy. Nah, crazy. Crazy scenes. 2-1 to eXes, folks. Their aggressive strategies, they're favoring it every single map, and it's paying off for them in the majority of rounds. They're looking to try and win this map out now as they're on a 1-round advantage.
Yeah, 2-1 in favor of eXes for the first time in a game, Toby, where we've gone to 3 rounds in a match and eXes are leading. Remember, they started off in the lead. They are remaining in the lead as we go into the 4th round. But for the first time, they have to finish off this game while being in the lead of a match. Can they be able to do so as we kick off round 4?
eXes challenging up top again. No more trick strats through that boom shot, as players are all just sitting back generally. There is a player on back wall for eXes. They've got 2 on mid wall, not the usual 3 that we typically see on that side. So they throw in smokes out now, and I think that might be a potential play, judging from this unorthodox positioning they've got right now.
It's going to be very interesting. So we're seeing Baghdad and I believe it's Vicious Breaker exchanging snub pistol shots, and of course the snub pistol can get an insta-kill if you get a headshot, so and it can change it. Baghdad gets it down though on Vicious there, but for the moment he's back up courtesy of his teammate Breaker, and we're going to wait and see where we go from here. But just to point out very quickly, exceL have a total of 8 revives this game. Count that, 9 now as Vicious goes down again, and he needs to be careful now because of course the down rule kicking in here, Tobin, and they can't afford to be insta-kill because of it.
Right now, I feel as though that player on that sandbag, I believe it's Baghdad, that Dom right in front of Vicious, he's got a little bit too much freedom to down Vicious right now. He's on his last down. He won't be able to get revived once more if he gets shot full red
There
to
we go.
DBNO state, and that is it. Vicious is going to fall, and the push might have to come in from exceL. It might be forced. There we go. Precision is pushing the back. Pillar is going to be against Angels. As he goes in, he will fall down to Aspire. He's going to take one, but he will not take Baghdad as well. It is down to Breaker as he gets a nice shot off. Good little bit of movement, but that will not help him as eXes go to map point.
I think Precision unfortunately caught out by the roll there. He wanted to go up against the wall to bounce off it, but unfortunately he rolled right into the paths of eXes, and eXes are on match point here, Toby, to take this map. Can they do it? That is the question. It is all down to this. For the first time, they have a match point in a leading advantage in this series. But the question is, can they finish it as we get ready to go into round number 5?
Shawnee, there's been a change of strategy for both teams now as Breaker has gone down for the nades, but you also saw another member from eXes going down for nades, and you can see the nades are in the hands of exceL's hand. eXes trying to counter that by pushing this back pillar. It's down to this shotgun barrel, and eXes is winning that right now. 4v2 situation. Golden Hunter is on his own. He's going to get flanked. Breaker got the nade kill. Not going to get another, but he's going to get a stun. 2v1 situation now for the bread. Can he clutch this one? No, he cannot. eXes will take Clock Tower.
Wow, eXes on point, and there we go. That is brilliant from them, really. I mean, the momentum carried on. They've done it. They take Clock Tower. They are now 1 game away, and for the first time in this series, Toby, exceL are against it and on the back foot. They need to bring this back, but of course we will be switching hosts, so we should wait and see if that helps them. But I mean, we saw eXes take the first round, and they did a very different tactic, I believe, to what we were expecting. They all went towards boom shot and grenade area, and they secured it and managed to win the round from it. We almost saw a 2v1 clutch in that first round from Precision, but what we saw there was eXes is just... they just held their own. Baghdad, you mentioned, I believe in round 4, Toby, had so much coverage on, I believe it was Breaker, where he managed to free shot down him and managed to get an insta-kill on him, and that changed that round as well. Many things to keep in mind there.
You're right, Shawnee. You're right, and so many factors came into that I feel that the power of eXes on that mid wall and those pushes really it just overwhelmed exceL in the end. In one of those rounds, we saw Vicious. The round Vicious was getting down actually a lot of times, and he actually got taken out from the triple down. We saw Precision wiggling up and down that back pillar, taking shots, putting downs in, and I just getting back without getting down. I was literally staring at the bottom left, but he did not get down. But despite that, I feel as though that was just not enough in the end. Precision's